Yeah, this is a whipper right here. There. That's perfect. What's up, Pikes Peak RC Arena race news around the nation? It is Robbie here to give you guys the latest and greatest news for what's going on. And today is a very great day. I want to give a cool Happy Veterans Day to all my service members and my veterans out there. Hey, Happy Veterans Day. I totally forgot about it when the fiance came up to me and was like, oh, Happy Veterans Day. And I was like, huh? I totally forgot about it. So been so focused with the cars and this government shutdown. It's just been like, ugh. But anyways, Happy Veterans Day to all y'all. And I'm going to go ahead and rewind all the way back to last week, because I'm going to tell you right now, the start of last week started off super busy, going in from practice, watching the guys set up the track, and then to seating, to qualifications, and then to the mains, PNWC. I'll tell you what, the World Cup that went on with these little guys right here, oh my goodness. I wasn't even there, and I was stressed out. But I get it. There are some false starts. There had to be a couple restarts. I saw a driver went from front to back and then made his way all the way up to the front while driving. And I'm like, wow, these guys come a long way. It was good to see little Ellie out there. She made her little debut on live Mod Media. Yeah, over there co-hosting with the guys. It was actually pretty cool and funny to watch and stuff like that. I'll tell you what, that is our future right there. And we got some little young heavy hitters out there. Watching this one little kid, Hunter, he was just going at it. All right. But again, congrats to all our podium finishers. I was rooting on our locals. We had the Russos out there. We had the Westlands out there. The Abbeys out there. Victor El Moy Moy, cheering him on. Cheering on Michael Maldonado. Yeah, you guys did great, and hope to see you guys coming up here shortly. So, like I said, I got a surprise for y'all. So most of y'all know already. There's already been an announcement. But anyways, from the PNWC Saturday, LRC, I should say, Graham Hill, he had his club race. So I think he may do a couple more, one or two more, depending on weather. We'll see how it is. Again, Colorado is so unpredictable with its weather. So he did his 8-scale club racing up there. So again, congrats to all our podium finishers up there. And then down here in Colorado Springs, we had Matt Kyle with faster laps. Yeah. It was a great turnout. Good seeing everybody. Had some drivers that took a long break and stuff like that. And I'm glad, Alan, you fully in remission of cancer and stuff like that. That's actually pretty cool. So him and his son Kyle came out and raced. Meeting Bob Gutierrez. Yeah, awesome people out there at Matt Kyle's Faster Laps. Congrats to all our podium finishers. Isaiah made podium, and he was super stoked because now his truck is where it needs to be with him driving. And yeah, I think he had a blast racing against Big Rich and Tom Prindle. Yeah, those three just going back and forth while Tess and I were battling out for first and second. But we had fun. We had a lot of fun. Racing Truggy and then Buggy on my part. Oh my goodness, I'll tell you what. It was just ended up breaking an A-arm, tried to make it back out there, unfortunately, but ended up pulling off a 5th position in E-buggy and stuff like that. So yeah, went ahead and replaced my arm, got her all redialed back in. Like I said, it is a tire game. It is a tire game concerning the track. And Matt Kyle, myself, to include Big Rich, we were out there Saturday prepping the track. We kind of redid a small double or a small double and made it into a tabletop, and then that ended up being a challenge all in itself. And then with the track settling in, again, it was all tire game. So congrats to all our podium finishers. We had a blast out there. Marcos Ramos and Ethan came out. Those guys, I'm going to tell you right now, those guys, being brand new as they are, Yeah, they're hooked. Floyd was out there as well too. It was good seeing him. So he's all hooked up on this stuff, and he's having a blast racing. I think he came in. He came in. He made podium with Nitro, so it was actually pretty cool to see. All right, but the big news: Pikes Peak RC Arena. Hey, these little guys right here. All right, we already got Cole's Hot Lap Hobbies. He has great turnouts with his Mini Z and everything else that's going on there. But yeah, Matt Kyle has decided to do Mini Z racing, bringing back the old school days on Thursdays. November 20th, he's going to kick it off. All right, so track opens up at 3 p.m., racing at 6 p.m., and then our classes will be novice, box stock, lipo 2500, lipo 3500, F1, and then another class, whether it be mod or something else crazy, four-wheel drive, three make a class. All right, so $15 for the first class, $10 each additional class, and the address as follows: 1130 Valley Suite, Unit D, Colorado Springs, Colorado 80915. So if you take Powers and you guys know where Galley's at, you're going to go east on Galley. All right, you're not going to go towards Academy. You're going to go east on Galley off of Powers, and yeah, I'll be right off of Valley Street over there. So very familiar with that area. Yeah, can't wait for Mini Z Racing and Mini T, Mini B, Micro T, Micro B, soon to be announced with Matt Kyle. We're going to see how it goes. He literally just got the track, and the track we're looking at, as I've been talking with him. I talked to him yesterday, and then he's been planning this. I've been talking with him. I want to say almost about 2 weeks, 3 weeks now. He's been planning this, and I've been in the loop. And I'm just super excited about it. So yeah. So the track's going to be 28 tiles long by 15. So that's the biggest we can make it with the space that he has. Now keep in mind, where we are racing at, it is an automotive shop. So just be mindful. Things are going to be separated off, and then we'll have our own area for pits and racing and stuff. He just got carpet yesterday, talking to him, and hooked him up with the link where we need to get Velcro. So we'll go from there. He's already ordered tables and chairs. Now, if you do have your own table, that's cool. Bring it just in case, but he does have tables on order, and he'll have them there at the Faster Laps Mini Z area. All right, so I'll be there helping him out. I think we're going to get kicked off next week. We're going to get situated, get the track set up, and then we'll go from there. I think the track is already set up. Or no, it's not set up because he had to lay down carpet and stuff. But again, the track is going to be a 28 by 15. So I want to say probably the straightaway will be 3 tiles wide. So it'll be like how we had it back over at the first Hobby Town before we moved over to the Hobby Town Pikes Peak RC Arena. Pretty much about that size. So again, we're going to have a blast doing it, and can't wait. All right. So again, I talked about the classes. Novice, box stock, lipo 2500, lipo 3500, and F1. I do not have an F1 here, although they are awesome, but I do have a mod, a 3500, a 2500, 2 2500s, and a box stock, because the other 2500s belongs to Isaiah, and his other box stock's in here. So again, yeah, cannot wait. Your box stock will consist of a Kyosho Mini Z 98 millimeter. That is pretty much your box stock. Yeah. You can use the Joe Marina bodies, or you can use the factory bodies that come with your Mini Z and stuff like that. But that's pretty much it. There's little mods you can do to stay within the legalities of being box stock, i.e. your springs, flipping your kingpins, putting the pod suspension up here. And I want to say max pinion is 11 tooth pinion on these guys. All right. And that goes for 98 millimeter, 2500, and box stock. All right. So those would be the max pinions for those. Pretty much the same rules as SR828 or Rocky Mountain spec style rules. And yeah, that's what we're going with on that. All right. Run on AAA's to box stock. So yeah, there's many AAA's out there you can use. I highly suggest for my new racers out there to get the rechargeable batteries and then get a rechargeable station and stuff like that. All right, so there's many out there. Okay, you go from the Gens A 750s, the Lighthouse 900s, or the Lighthouse 1100s. Depends what AAAs you want. All right, so again, the most populars will be the PN batteries or the Gens Ace batteries. Okay, then we get into, I should say, the 2500, which is a little bit similar to the box stock, but again, you're using an aftermarket chassis. The box stock class can race with the 2500, as the 2500 can race with the 3500. The 3500 cannot race with 2500. 2500 cannot race in the box stock class, if that makes any sense to you guys. So pretty much these are just the pan cars and stuff like that. I am using a Reflex RX-28. You can get the chassis for around $360, $390. That's how much they're running for this style chassis. But again, it does not come with electronics. So you'll have to get your receiver, your battery, your ESC, and your motor. Okay. Again, yeah, this one is my 2500. Using a Joe Marina body with the Lexan top. That's pretty much all the modifications you can do with that body and stuff like that, just to save a little bit of weight. This is one of my favorite classes to race in. I love racing with like John Carpenter, Randy, Jeff Benjamin, those guys. Oh man, we have a blast when we're racing in this class. I did not set it. There we go. So yeah, that is 2500 98 millimeter in that class. Again, it has to be in blinky mode. Blinky, blinky, blinky. All right. Then I got my 3500. All right. I'm going to use my mod as an example because the only difference is pretty much the motors. But again, this is a tub chassis style from Reflex. These go for about 500 plus brand new on the Reflex site, or if you could get them anywhere else. Again, it's very similar to the regular RX-28, double wishbone suspension, tub style chassis. You have a Worlds edition, an SE edition, and I think this is just my regular tub edition. It's a Gen 2. So again, very, very quick, very fast cars, both in 3500 and mod. This class right here, yeah, I can't keep up with the likes of the Throttle Master Sal or Corey. Both Corey's actually, Corey Hoff and Corey Bosworth, man, they get very competitive in this, to include Michael Maldonado. Well, Michael Maldonado and his family, his dad and his brother, boy, they come in here, they just dominate. But again, we have a lot of fun doing it. So it's always we do our little small trash talking up on the stadium, on the stands and stuff, and we have a lot of fun doing it. So again, I was just reverbing back to watching the old race when we had it over at the arena. When we had it, I want to say 46, 47 tiles long. We made it very huge, but yeah, it was very fun doing that stuff. So pretty much those classes right there. Mod is golly, most people, and I just pulled out my mod, but the 3500, the difference between 3500 and 2500, obviously it's just the motor selection and stuff like that. Obviously it has to be in blinky mode. Mod, no blinky mode. It's all out. Most people are using 5,000 kV, 6,500 kV motors. I think there is higher, but pretty much within that realm of those motors as well. F1, I want to say they are, golly, I don't even know what motors they are. I got to look at it. They are a longer chassis. And again, they are they're F1s, obviously. They're F1s. So those are pretty much the classes. There are a lot of brands out there, but for box stock, you want to use the Kyosho Mini Z. For your regular chassis that are racing in 2500, 3500, there is the Team Associated version. I want to say that's the RX-28. And then there's Atomic, there's Xbility, there's Reflex, which all my cars are pretty much are reflexes. There's the Marcus Williams chassis. There's just all kinds, and you got it comes down to what you want. Now, if you're wanting to get into box stock, I highly recommend go see Cole over there at Cole's Hot Lap Hobbies. he does have some box stocks in stock. I just saw a red Porsche stock, and I do want that. I do want that. I'm not sure if it's an MR03 or MR04. I'm not sure what the difference is. I'll probably give him a call after this video and ask him on that. But Cole's Hot Lap Hobbies, yeah, he's got all his races going on, from 10 scale oval, 1RC, Mini Z racing, 110 buggy, some on-road racing he has going on. Hey, there's a lot going on over at Cole's Hot Lap. I can't even keep up with it. So I got to get my butt over there still and go see Cole so we can come up with a game plan on what's going for the downstairs track and stuff like that. So yeah, we'll get that all figured out. But other than that, Pikes Peak RC Arena, race news around the nation. That's all the news I got for you guys. I got some video segments right after this. Guys, go ahead and watch them. They were just from this weekend's club race over there at Faster Laps. I'll have some still photos in there and stuff from the Mini Z racing and stuff, borrowed pictures. But yeah, it was good to see everybody on YouTube or seeing in person here, there, far and abroad. Hey, you guys have a great day. Have a happy Veterans Day for all my veterans and service members out there. Hey, thank you for your service. All right, stay tuned for some vids, and here we go. Take care. I forgot almost one more thing. When you're traveling with your or wherever you're going with your Mini Zs and stuff like that, highly recommend getting these little pencil cases. You can get them over at Walmart. They're either 50 cents on sale right now or $1 regular price. And what I do is I put my vehicles in here. I got little pieces of foam I cut up, or you can use anything else you want. And my vehicles go right up in here. They fit nice and snug. And then I got a visual of what it is. And then I write on the side my 2500. All right. So again, I was about to put all my vehicles away, and I was like, wait a minute, hold on, let me add this real quick. So this is how I travel with all my stuff. I got my vehicles here. I got my wheels and tires, batteries, and then tools, and then whatever else is needed, my lubes, extra wires, extra motors, extra servos, so on and so forth, whatever I have extra. And it's just it's literally a carry-on bag. So you can use any carry-on bag here. I'm using a Sparco Martina Racing one because I don't want to get it all dirty bringing it at the airport. So this is perfect for my little race cars. And again, I use these little pencil cases. Like I said, you can get them at Walmart. You can get any color you want. I got clear, there's blue, there's pink, there's smoke. And try to get the same ones. Mine all interlock with each other. And again, I just put my vehicles in there. Like I said, just a couple seconds ago, I put my 2500 in. This is my mod car. And voila, it goes right in there. And I can see. Shake it around, whatever. And she's good to go. All right. So that is my little tips and tricks for my Mini Zs that I have packed up here. Yeah, please. Highly advise this because it does save space. It's very easy to use. It's very convenient, and yeah, you can't go wrong with it. This one's Isaiah's car here, and yeah, just like that, goes right in. They all interlock with each other. I got a visual of what I want to race with, and yeah, it's too easy. So yeah, you can get it. Very easy to set up. You can use any carry-on luggage. I've used the green one. I got an orange and gray one, but this is my Martini racing bag, and I thought I'd use this one. So no longer using it for my flights. And yeah, this is perfect for my Mini Z stuff. So yeah, little addition on top of the video I just did. And that's what I use to travel with my Mini Zs. All right, stay tuned again for some little racing action, some still photos from what has happened from this past week, going into this weekend. You guys have a great Veterans holiday. Take care. Just as wrong on the backside. Still got Robbie.
Isaiah. Thomas.
After 1 minute 30 seconds, the top drivers of Kelvin, Robbie and Brian, Rich Mark, Thomas Pringle, and Isaiah and Brian.
We got Tell. Robbie's hanging right there with Tell. We got Rich. Right. Thomas now. Thomas just by Rich. Looks like Isaiah is holding in there also. Joe coming up. Looks like Joe gets it wrong on a little double into the corner. Got Tell across the line. Robbie across the line. Robbie's doing good, keeping it clean. Oh. Isaiah gets it wrong. No break, check the ridge. Robbie, Thomas, all on the same lap. Isaiah's right there close.
Top drivers of Kelvin, Robbie and Brian, Thomas Pringle, Isaiah and Brian, Rich Mark.
That's the leader coming up on you, Isaiah. Thank you. Follow his line, learn from him. Guys got 3 minutes, 20 seconds left. Right there hanging on. Tell is 3.1 behind Tell.
After 4 minutes 30 seconds, top drivers of Kelvin, Robbie and Brian, Thomas Pringle, Rich Mark, and Isaiah and Brian.
Minute 30 left. We still got Tell, Robbie, Thomas, Rich, Isaiah, Joe. Tell going over your little double into the corner up the big straightaway right now. Robbie's going over the little double coming up the straightaway. That's second place. He's hanging in there.
Minutes left.
Isaiah, the number 3, Richmond 4. Isaiah Guru, big double coming up back towards us right now.
45 seconds left.
Made up some time.
Seconds left. Seconds left. Isaiah has plenty done.